Today we are driving the 2025 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate, but let me give you a brief tour of the car before we get it out on the road. Alright, we finally have the 2025 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate out on the road. I think this is going to be quite interesting because I really want to see how well this blends luxury, capability, and utility. Right off the bat, I am noticing that the ride quality is not as good as I expected for $86,000. This is, after all, still a truck. It has a solid rear axle that likes to hop around, and also this has 22-inch alloy wheels and not a bunch of sidewall. So I understand that the ride quality isn't supposed to be amazing, but the Ram 1500 Tungsten, which is about $87,000, just like this car, has a bit better of a ride quality. Now, it's not going to be as good for towing, but the Ram can tow about as much as this GMC Sierra, and I feel like GMC could have put a little bit more effort into the suspension and the ride quality of this vehicle. Now, one thing that I really like about this is the fact that it still has the 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. That makes 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. Unfortunately, V8s are becoming more uncommon in the full-size pickup truck segments. I feel like if you want the maximum refinement out of a pickup truck, I would say that V8 is the way to go, and there's no question about it. Electric is also a pretty good option, but for those of you that want to tow with the most refined motor, I would say that V8 is the best. Also, for daily driving, a V8 is definitely going to be more refined. A turbocharged 6-cylinder engine might have more power and torque, and it might be better for reducing emissions, but it's not even going to come close to the refinement of a V8, and there is nothing like a V8 growl. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and listen to this V8 sing via the catback exhaust from the outside. That catback exhaust is amazing, but I don't know if I would pay $2,895 just to get that. The V8 already sounds amazing on its own. Now let's go ahead and talk about the amount of wind noise entering the cabin. I am surprised to say that there is quite a lot of wind noise entering the cabin even at these low speeds. We aren't going on the highway in today's test drive routes, but I think going around 55 miles per hour is going to give me a pretty good feel for what the wind noise is like on the highway. Now, I don't know if GMC did anything extra for this top trim level as far as sound deadening is concerned, but I don't really know if they did based on the amount of wind noise entering the cabin. Now, I understand that this is a pretty big truck hurtling through the air, and there's nothing in the bed, and there's no tonneau cover on top of the bed, so that could be a factor with the amount of wind noise. But I would like to see GMC improve on that a little bit, because it's not going to be the best in the class, that is for sure. Now, the wind noise isn't so bothersome that you would have to be shouting at your passengers. You might have to raise your voice a little bit to talk to the rear passengers and maybe for the front passenger. One positive of the Sierra Denali Ultimate is the fact that it comes with Super Cruise. Super Cruise is GM's hands-free driving assistant. You can see that little gloss black strip on the top of the steering wheel. That indicates that this model has Super Cruise. It works on most highways and back roads, and other well-known reviewers have said that Super Cruise is the best hands-free driving assistance system they have ever tested. Now let's go ahead and see how the Sierra can handle a hill with an acceleration test. That was pretty good, not just for a pickup truck but in general. 0 to 60 on the Sierra Denali Ultimate is 6 seconds. That's brisk, and the V8 sounded amazing as well. If you spot a gap in traffic, you can definitely make that gap because the downshift is pretty brisk from that 10-speed automatic transmission, and also the V8 is very powerful. We are almost at the end of this video and this test drive, so let me go ahead and close with some closing thoughts. The Sierra is overall an amazing truck. It can tow a lot, it can haul a lot, there is a lot of great technology, and there is a lot of space in the back. I understand that this top trim level is not for everyone, because for those of you that want to take it off-road, I would go ahead and go for the AT4X. The 22-inch alloy wheels are not going to do you any favors on the trail. The short bed probably isn't for everyone. If you do a lot of hauling with your truck, you'll probably want to go for a lower trim level with a longer bed. But if you want to use this truck on the daily, it's hard to beat the Sierra Denali Ultimate. But if you just want to use this for the daily, the Sierra Denali Ultimate is hard to beat. You get cutting edge technology, the materials in here are insane, like the leather and the open pore wood, the massaging seats work amazing, and also, you get a ton of space in the back. Anyway, that is going to wrap up today's video on this 2025 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. Go ahead and check out my in-depth review for more information on this truck. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.